Hi, Russell Davis here. I want to share a quick video on something that I guess I've been a bit embarrassed about. I've not really shared much before. And that's something called RDAs. Now, you may know the term RDA is recommended daily allowance when it comes to nutrition. You see it on the side of food packets about how much sugar or fat's in that packet or food. But in our household, RDA stands for Russell Davis Assumption. Yep, I'm going to put my hand up and I do these things. I make these complete assumptions about situations. And when I make these assumptions, they're so real to me. They're so true. I think it's reality. I think this is going to happen. But the truth is, it is a complete assumption. It's my mind filling the gap of not knowing what's going to happen in a particular situation. And I know often people do this, a lot of my clients do this. Maybe it manifests itself as worry or anxiety or over-analysing. And I used to think I was a worrier. I thought it was my personality type. My mum's a worrier, I'm a worrier, it's just who I am. But it's not true. No one's born a worrier. You may have some habit of some worrisome thoughts. I get caught up into these RDAs. And that's mainly because a lot of us are looking for external reassurance that we're okay in some way, that some event's going to happen or outcome for a particular event or something's not going to happen. And it's like we're journeying through life on a roller coaster. And our mind is constantly looking ahead to make sure the track is okay, and also going in the direction it thinks we need to go in to be content, to be secure, to be happy, to be at peace. And that's kind of living what we call outside in. I'm okay if this happens, or I'm okay when this happens. And our mind is constantly trying to work out if it's going to happen, what needs to happen to make sure it happens. And we end up with a very, very kind of busy mind. Often we we don't like the unknown. We're scared of the unknown because part of us thinks our okayness in some way is knowing we're going to be okay. If you think of toddlers crawl around this world and it's a complete unknown to them in so many ways. But for them, the unknown is a sense of wonder, a sense of excitement. I think it's because inside they know they're okay. Psychologically, they know they're okay. They don't question their okayness. They don't think their okayness is dependent on anything external. So just be aware. Sometimes we get caught up into these RDAs, these kind of over-analysing, and we assume something's going to happen. Our mind's filling that gap. My mind fills that gap. When it does, it's so plausible. It's so believable. I think it's true. I can't see it. It's an assumption. I'm convincing myself this is going to happen, or this is the situation. This is what's going on. Crazy little example. If I get a text from my wife, sometimes I see the number of kisses and I think it means something, because generally she might give a certain number of kisses, or she gives a lot less or doesn't give any. That's it. She doesn't love me anymore. I just catastrophize it. Or maybe in that moment she is a bit upset with me, or maybe that moment she's very busy. Who knows exactly what's going on, but my mind fills a gap and takes some meaning from it, and takes so much meaning from situations that's not actually there. I'm filling these gaps with all these assumptions based on fear-based thoughts from the past, from childhood, all sorts of situations. I'm contaminating reality with all my thoughts. And the more I'm aware of this, I can come out of these RDAs, and the next day I can really see things with clarity and perspective. I have a calmer mind. And it's almost, I said the other day to my wife, it's almost like I have a psychotic event, because when I'm in it, it's so true. When I come out of it, I think, my word, I can see how I was so caught up into a story. Now, I'm not going to say don't do this, because you can't stop doing it. You can't control your mind. What I'm saying is just maybe be aware you do this. If you do this, just be aware of it. And just be aware we slip from one reality to another reality and back again. It's going to happen, but do it with grace. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't give yourself a hard time. It's going to happen from time to time. But slip from one reality to the other with grace. I think the main thing is to be aware that's something we do. I do this, I'm more aware of it. We can make a joke of it in these RDAs, but for a long time I resisted it. I didn't want to believe it was true. I wanted to think I was wise, man. I don't get caught up in that kind of stuff. But the more I could accept, yeah, that's some of the things I do. We all have our personal weirdness. We all have our stuff. We're human beings. The more we accept we're human, we're fallible, we have these things. We can slip from one reality and back to reality with so much more grace and ease. Don't get so caught up into it. We can see through the illusion of it. So just be aware whether you have RDAs, whether your mind doesn't like not knowing, and whether we fill that gap with trying to need to know. And it's like our mind is a glitter ball. It's like this is going to be our mind. It gets so caught up in it. And when we're in it, it's so believable. But it will settle. It will settle. And you'll come back to see the situation with greater clarity and perspective. And you can't think your way to clarity. You can't think your way out of it. So just move from one reality to another with grace. Give yourself some self-compassion. And you'll begin to see things with greater clarity, with much more ease and well-being.